Hey, what's up? It's just Gems. I saw this on Twitter and I wanted to share it with you guys. And it's regarding how immigration affects Black Americans. And I just want you to listen to him and I'll interject here or there.
I had asked the Civil Rights Commission to conduct a hearing on this, and there were at least 3 hearings that we conducted, one of which was designed specifically to determine the effect of illegal immigration on Black workers. We had a panel of experts who testified, and they spanned the ideological spectrum. Regardless of whether or not they disagreed on discrete policy issues, each and every one of them agreed that illegal immigration has a decidedly negative impact on Black wage levels and employment levels. If you've got a significant influx of low-wage labor, what does it do? It depresses wage levels, correct? And what we found also was, regardless of the wage levels, illegal immigrants displaced Black workers in areas that had traditionally been populated by Black workers. And the reason for that is because what you find is Black workers, particularly Black males, are disproportionately concentrated in the low-wage labor market and are disproportionately likely to have no more than a high school diploma. And the same is true for the cohort of illegal aliens, and they compete with one another in areas such as construction, hospitality, service, and agriculture. This was not a small displacement either. We had one witness who testified that after he had run the numbers, he found that 40% of the decline in labor participation rates among Black workers over 3 decades was attributable to competition from illegal immigration.
Wow, 40%? That's nearly half of all of the unemployment in the last 30 years for Black Americans or Black men especially. They had a negative impact. Do you think that they didn't know this? Do you think that these Democrats and these people that push immigration, push these people into our communities and want us to get behind it, get in front of it? Hey, it's a Black issue. Immigration is a Black issue. Y'all need to be supporting. And the party we give our vote to overwhelmingly is pushing this to our community. And do you think they don't know this information? There have been numerous studies on how immigration negatively affects our community. Yet there are no Congress people standing up saying, hey, this is going to affect the Black people more than anyone. We need to get our Black constituents, we need to get them funding, we need to get them the reparations first of all, but we need to do these things in order for us to secure them first, and then we'll push immigration. We have a whole congressional Black caucus that is supposed to be, on the surface you would think they're supposed to be advocating and pushing for things that help advance our community, but when you look at their website, they say for African American advancement as well as other minority, underserved communities, all that other language that helps them to usher in policy for everybody except us. But they are just a front organization of old coons. They don't get out here to do anything for us. Because if they were genuine in what they were doing, they would be advocating against immigration. They would say, let's put the pause on it. Let's kind of slow it down because it's negatively affecting our people, and we need to secure jobs for them or put priority, pay these companies a little bit more, or give them more tax breaks if you hire foundational Black Americans that are Americans that have been here already. Because this is stifling out a whole community of people. And once the men can't work, then you have women working, then they look down on the men. Oh, you can't get a job, you don't have no job, you sorry. Okay, so now you don't even want the man. Then the government went ahead and made it more economical to get rid of the man because they had these welfare programs that said a man couldn't be in the home and we'll take care of your rent for you. And he can't find a good job, so hell, you can't afford to keep the man that can't get the good job. or can't get a job, and then lose your housing. So all this stuff is strategic, man. And for us to be having a gender war and all that crap, that's designed too. All of this shit is designed so that we can stay right where we are and keep getting progressively worse. Look back where we were in the 70s and how strong our foundations were, how we had businesses in the community. Now we don't even barely have a community. The black neighborhoods are being infiltrated by all this illegal immigration and people taking over the neighborhoods. They're opening their businesses. We're supporting their businesses. It's not the other way around where we're opening businesses in our own neighborhood and they're supporting them. Man, people, y'all have to wait. We got to wake up, man, and look at this mess for what it is. These people are doing this on purpose. This is a strategic plan that has been in operation for decades, and it's still continuing on. We can't keep going along with the regular program and allowing these people to make us believe that if black people say we advocate for ourselves and that we're wanting something specifically for us, that we're selfish or we're xenophobic, we don't like immigrants. It's not that. This is directly hurting our community, and no other community is advocating for something that's directly hurting them. It's just us. But let's continue on. I went off on a tangent.
Comes to nearly 1 million fewer jobs for black Americans as a result of the competition from illegal immigrants. And it's not just the employment levels, it's the wage levels also. And I can only give you a few examples, but we had evidence from the Fed in Atlanta, which did a study on this, to show that illegal immigrants depressed wages, the competition from illegal immigrants, depressed wages by $960 on average, but in certain sectors, such as the hospitality industry, the depression of wage levels was $1,560.
So not only did it affect our community because they took more jobs, we had to compete for more jobs, but even the jobs we got had lower wages because of so much competition for the low-level jobs. And nobody has a problem with this. The Congressional Black Caucus hasn't said a word about it. They are championing more immigration. Those people are not for us. Those people are definitely against us. And it doesn't matter all of that just because they are black. That doesn't mean that they are for you. These people are for themselves and their family. Look at Clyburn. Clyburn, he got his daughter, job, his son. He, has looked out for his own family, his people. He's not worried about the people of South Carolina. All of these folks, all of these coons that have a position, that position doesn't do anything good for any of us if they're going to use it just to benefit the Democratic Party. That's not us. We need help. Our community is dying out and being starved out. They won't give a damn if all of us, minus a few that make it, are laying up in the streets of America. They'll just say how, yeah, it was a tragic thing. You see how all the black Americans we had here, yeah, they became lazy, shiftless niggas, and they ended up all homeless. They won't give two shits. So I just wanted to share that. I found that appalling. I knew it definitely hurt our community. I didn't know that it was showing 40% of the jobs. We lost 40% of the jobs and all of that due to the immigration. But I can see, you can look at your neighborhoods, the black neighborhoods, it doesn't look black anymore. The businesses aren't black. It really affects every aspect, even down to the children at the school. Then our children started getting outnumbered in used to be predominantly black neighborhoods. Now they're getting outnumbered by Hispanics. And we saw in Compton several years ago, and I'm sure there's been things since then, but back in Compton, there were gang members that were targeting a black family and specifically told them, you need to get out of the neighborhood because of your race, basically. And they tormented these people. They beat one of the guys with a metal pipe. A bunch of them jumped him, and then they came back to the house, and I don't know if they burned it. They did something, and they were charged with a hate crime. But this is what happens with illegal immigration to our neighborhoods, and nobody's advocating against that. So I just wanted to highlight this and bring it to your attention and just raise awareness about it, because it's immigration in mass we shouldn't really be supporting. But until next time, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this if you can. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.